Please be seated. Good evening, board members, Superintendent Brooks, family members, honored guests, and members of the class of 2013. It is my distinct honor to welcome you to the commencement ceremony of Sandia High School. Today, we will award diplomas to 408 outstanding young men and women who have distinguished themselves as the 46th graduating class of this high school. At this time, please stand for the presentation of the colors under the direction of Cadet Senior Master Sergeant Mackenzie Lindquist. Please remain standing until the colors have left the floor. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. Please be seated. The class of 2013 represents the best of our city, accomplished students who demonstrate their many talents in a wide array of venues, and most importantly, a wonderful, caring group of young people. And they are a special class for me. They are the first Sandia graduating class whom I have known for their 4 years of high school. For me, the class of 2013 is personal. I'd also like to introduce you to our honored guest from the leadership of the Albuquerque Public Schools. Please stand, Mr. Don Duran. He's our new board member and a thoughtful and strong advocate for our schools, and most particularly, Sandia High School. Joining us this year is Board of Education member, Dr. David Piercy. We are delighted to have our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Winston Brooks, with us tonight. Among his many accomplishments in APS, Mr. Brooks has been a tireless supporter for the International Baccalaureate program at Sandia High School, and I'm proud to announce that the class of 2015 will include the first students in a comprehensive high school in the state of New Mexico to earn an IB diploma. Mr. Brooks. And Mr. Eddie Soto is here this evening to help with our celebration. A former high school principal, he is well respected by all the high school principals and has been a great advisor to me personally. Mr. Soto. We're fortunate at Sandia to have an energetic and enthusiastic administrative team that supports our students. Please stand, Linda Torres, Larry DeAnzo, Esther Keaton, Brian Clark, Tom Knobber, and Jamie Moser. The faculty and staff of Sandia High School is a team of teachers who inspire, teach, and support your children every day in their classroom and beyond. I would ask this outstanding group of teachers and support staff to stand and be recognized. Teachers. The class of 2013 would like me to thank their class sponsors, Ms. Heidi Draper and Ms. Kaj Baca. Please help me tonight to welcome our two readers, Ms. Draper and our National Honor Society sponsor, Ms. Ann Goswick. As I said in my opening, the class of 2013 is personal for me, and so it is mostly to the graduates that I address my comments this evening. It would be impossible for me to highlight the many memories that I have with this class. So I ask right up front that you see my references to individual students and events as representative of the whole. When I think about this class, one of the things that I will most remember about you is your passion for your school, for your academic and extracurricular activities, and for each other. This class did not focus on an individual, be it sports or co-curricular, but rather as a unit, each person supporting the whole group, always working as a team. This is a class that does nothing small, and you have been at the heart of a renaissance in Sandia pride. Does anyone know how many Sandia Matadors showed up at the stadium to watch the state football championship? An entire city of Matadors showed up. Class of 2013, you wear the red and white with great distinction, despite the blackout and whiteout nights that you so elegantly orchestrated for La Cueva and El Dorado basketball games. I hope that you will wear the red and white proudly for the rest of your lives. I have a friend and former colleague, Dr. Rob Freed, who 20 years ago wrote a book entitled The Passionate Teacher. In it, Rob describes passion as being in love with the field of knowledge and deeply stirred by the interest and issues that challenge our world. There are individuals in this class who are in love with a field, who are stirred by ideas, and who are drawn to the challenges of the future. I think about Shannon Montgomery, who's been in love with cooking for as long as I have known her. If you've gotten to taste one of her award-winning creations, as I have, you will know that is Shannon's passion that leads her to create an ancho chili chocolate cake that is to kill for. It is that passion that will lead her to one of the nation's premier culinary arts schools this fall. And I'm sure that one day I will buy her cookbook and I will see her on the Food Channel. Or if you've heard Kelsey Lambert play the trumpet, as I did last week at the end of the year band concert, you know that a deep passion for music resides within him. When he finishes his studies at Old Dominion University in Virginia, I have little doubt that his passion for music will guide his professional life. And there's Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Horde, who has been accepted by Northern Arizona University and is enrolling in their ROTC program, which will lead to a commission as a second lieutenant in the U.S. Air Force. Another member of the class of 2013 has already completed a professional certification. Mariana Boitano has attended CEC this year in order to complete her LPN nursing degree, and she will attend UNM in the fall to finish that nursing degree. Yet there are also many of you who haven't yet identified your passion and don't know right now what you want in life. The late Steve Jobs, in a commencement address at Stanford University, talked about a calligraphy class changing his life by unlocking his interest in the symmetry of words, which became his inspiration for the Mac computer. Jobs put it this way: it is impossible to connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect the dots looking backward. Believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart even when it leads you off the path, and that will make all the difference. To the Shannons, Kelseys, Marianas, and Anthonys of this class who have found their passion, follow it. To the rest of you who are still searching, I offer one last piece of advice. Be true to yourself, and everything will be fine. Thanks, seniors, for a great 4 years. Our valedictorian is Emily Lanier. Emily is the daughter of Randy and Kathy Lanier, a member of the National Honor Society and the Spanish Honor Society. Emily was named an AP Scholar with Honor based on her AP scores for the last year. She's also a National Merit Scholar. Emily will attend Baylor University in the fall. Emily?
Thank you, Mrs. Harvey. I've learned a lot from high school, as I know we all have. But when I reflect on my 4 years, there is one lesson I learned that sticks out the most, even though it took me a little bit to recognize it. At the end of my junior year, I made a courageous decision to take AP English 12 with Mrs. Lynn's Story. Writing has never been my strong suit, and like most of you all here know, her classes have a bit of infamy. Nonetheless, I went for it, and thus began the greatest challenge of my high school career. Every time I had English homework, I wished I could go back in time and take anything but AP English. With each essay she assigned, I was positive she was only doing it to torture me. It wasn't until a week ago yesterday, when I walked out of my last AP English class, that I realized what Ms. Story had truly done for me. Her high expectations for us had in turn raised my own expectations for all my work. I could write something simple just to get it done, but good enough was no longer good enough. She pushed me farther outside my comfort zone every day, but now I know I can handle so much more than before. From the difficult parts of high school, like AP English, I've learned that seeing the big picture is challenging at times, but there is always something to gain from the occurrence that made me glad it happened. So, Ms. Story, thank you from the bottom of my heart for making me crazy. But of course, this doesn't only apply to the unenjoyable things. 3 weeks ago, I had the amazing opportunity to attend the 2013 DECA International Career Development Conference in Anaheim, California. While the conference was invigorating, my favorite part was spending 3 days with my Sandia DECA family at Disneyland and California Adventure. The experience as a whole is something I will always cherish and be proud to have been a part of. Even though high school is different for each of us, I know we have all had times like these. It could have been a trip, like mine, an unforgettable prom night, or just a quiet afternoon with friends. But no matter what, we have made incredible memories that we will never forget. At the same rate, even though it can be harder to find positives in the not as fun times, they still played a role in our high school experiences and add to the knowledge we gained. So if high school has been the best 4 years of your life so far, that's great. These are memories that you can always look back on and hold close to your heart. Or if the last 4 years didn't quite live up to the hype, I hope you will still find something that made it worthwhile and an appreciation for this part of your life. On behalf of Sandia's class of 2013, I would like to thank our phenomenal teachers who are our fearless leaders and mentors over the past 4 years. I would also like to thank all our family and friends who have always supported us, helping us when we were down and always cheering us on. And finally, I would like to thank all the students at Sandia who were our cohorts and partners throughout high school, without whom we would have never made it. And since I'm only 18, and my advice doesn't mean a whole lot yet, instead, I'll leave you with some wise words from the incredible Ellen DeGeneres. Follow your passion, stay true to yourself, and never follow someone else's path. Unless, of course, you're in the woods, and you're lost, and you see a path, then by all means, you should follow that. Congratulations, class of 2013. You deserve it.
I'm delighted to introduce the Continentals. They will sing May the Music Never End under the direction of Amanda Apple. Board members Duran and Piercy, I would like to present the class of 2013. They have met all the graduation requirements as set forth by the Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education, along with the New Mexico Public Education Department. To you, I present the class of 2013.
And on behalf of the Board of Education, we accept the class of 2013. Congratulations.
Joshua V. Abeta. Brian K. Adams. Anthony J. Albert. Paul Alexander. Sarab L. Awashi. Angelica D. Anaya. Min Trung Anderson. Brandon Andre. Cheyenne Andrews. Brittany Evans. Garrett J. Andrews. Erica Apodaca. Dylan C. Arbogast. Martha Sabrina Archila. Ryan A. Arias. Alexis C. Aylward. Justin R. Baca. Casey X. Baker. Terrence R. Barella. Brendan Michael Barker. Caitlin D. Barnes. Maxwell H. Barnhart. Dasha Bajura. Sarah M. Beltran. Krista Benavides. Ashley C. Benasek. Kyle T. Biederwolf. Nicholas D. Billy. Juan Blanco. Tatum K. Blankley. Mariana S. Boitano. Brianna J. Bolanos. Marcus L. Bolden. Anthony J. Bonney. Dylan Devereaux Boyd. Alex E. Brannock. Andres Carson Brown. Jasmine K. Brown. Kira A. Brown.
Susha N. Bruton. Jason M. Burton. Jacob N. Kano. Anthony O. Carroll. Benjamin Carroll. Savannah Carter. Alyssa M. Case. Lane W. Castor. Brittany A. Cavett. Morgan L. Chappell. Davin S. Chavez. Dominica Chavez Cordova. Alana G. Chibas. Ray M. Cheeky. Shar S. Clay. Keith A. Cockrell. Barry Craig Kaufman. Kelly R. Kornauer. Alexander Cole. Alexander P. Coles. Daniel J. Collier. Daniel Cones. Martin C. Cook. Carly K. Cornwell. Cassandra G. Cox. Carissa Cruz. Tyler S. Comerford. Casey Davis. Joseph L. Day. Armando J. de Dios Rodriguez. Kayla V. Deere. Elena A. Delgado. Montana E. DeGreco. Ava M. Diefenthaler. Kylie Dish. Leona A. Dixon. Daphne Nicole Draper. Liam K. Dudek. Sarah J. Duncan. Joelle Lisette Duplessis.
Danielle R. Ebaugh. Hannah A. Ebers. Madeline C. Edgman. Gabriella Eldridge. Melissa Lou Ellis. Bridget D. Insinius. Valentine R. Enriquez. Matthew C. Ivanitich. Aaron A. Evans. Lindsay L. Evans. Megan M. Finlayson. Damian S. Fisher. Zachary Flamang. Jocelyn B. Flores. Alyssa N. Federero. Michael S. Frawa. Jamie C. Francis. Lindsay R. Francis. Shane A. Frankowiak. Alara D. Gallegos. Danae D. Gallegos. Julia Gamble. Jesus Garcia. Matthew T. Garcia. Nathaniel P. Garcia. Paul C. Garcia. Rachel E. Garcia. Robert P. Garcia. Santiago J. Garcia. Vincent L. Garcia. Zachary R. Garcia. Keenan Garrett. Christian A. George. Douglas R. Goyce. Michael D. Gillespie. Ryan P. Gillette. Nova R. Hiron. Javier D. Gold. DeAndrea S. Gonzalez. Taylor Pesco.
Hunter T. Gonzalez. Jordan J. Gonzalez. Joshua C. Gonzalez. Maggie Deanne Gonzalez. Maya E. Gorham. Desiree H. Gray. Richard T. Griffin. Thomas P. Grow. Casey L. Groth. Brittany N. Goulin. David Gunther. Mariah A. Hagan. Haley M. Hale. Liam P. Holliday. Justin A. Hammond. Sarah A. Hamrich. Guang Wei Leon Hong. Anna M. Harris. Crystal G. Harris. DJ N. Harrison. Megan E. Hattie. Audrey J. Holly. Josephine A. Holly. Christy C. Hennessy. Marissa P. Henson. Catherine Heuser. Rachel M. Hybre. Emma M. Hines. Christian P. Hitt. Anthony D. Horde. Adam E. Hoke. Montgomery S. Hudson. Renata Husted. Tyler W. Ireland. John Thomas Jameson. Amanda Jaramillo. Allison M. Jenkins. Gregorio Jimenez.
Jason D. Johnson. Joshua M. Jones. Kent T. Jones. Courtney Kolb. Sean Cassick. Alexander J. Casasilla. Christian S. Casasilla. Garrett R. Keith. Laura E. Keith. Niles Keith. Joseph A. Kerwin. Daniel A. Kessner. Tori C. Kirikos. Haley N. Kirkman. Hannah S. Klager. Stephen Cody Klein. Matthew E. Klechka. Carmen I. Clore. Cassidy M. Cooper. Kelsey E. Lambert. Brandon Z. Lamphere Schaefer. Emily G. Lanier. Scott A. Leonard. Jeremy Levi. Madison A. Lindquist. Sedessa M. Lombardo. Jessica D. Lopez. Michelle Lopez. Brandy N. Lords. Selena S. Lucero. Arthur R. Lujan. Christian Likens. Amber R. Mahach. Connor J. McGuire. Liliana Malkowski. Aaron Mancha. Joseph N. Manuelito. Rachel Marchand. Anissa M. Mares. Sabrina M. Marquardt.
Jeremy S. Marquez. Mark A. Marquez. Sandra A. Marshall. Veronica K. Martin. Adam C. Martinez. Ashley L. Martinez. Bianca J. Martinez. Marissa Aurora Martinez. Sarah R. Martinez. Yasmin Martinez. Marissa Mata. Caitlin Matthews. Eric S. Meyer. Aaron Ryan L. Mayfield. Stephen L. Mayo. Kevin E. Mays. Lauren J. McDonald. Garrett R. McKenney. Warren A. McKenney. Christopher L. McKinney. Melanie C. McNett. Megan Shea Meeks. Maricela G. Mendoza. Jessica R. Mercer. Juliana Maldonado. Carl A. Meyer. Alexandra G. Miller. Lindsay R. Mirabal. Kylie A. Mitchell. Christopher M. Miyake. Monty Montague Young. Shannon M. Montgomery. David Montoya. Dustin E. Montoya. Jacob J. Montoya. Magdalena K. Montoya. Shepard C. Moore. Eric W. Morgan.
Jesse P. Morgan. Jaime M. Moya. Esteban B. Munoz. Kira E. Nail. Emily P. Nelson. Jenna L. Nelson. Aubrey Danine Newsom. Alyssa L. No. Ty N. Nguyen. Caitlin LaRae Nix. Natasha S. Northington. Amber J. Nuttall. Mario J. Ogaldez. John O'Hannon. Valeria J. Ojeda Avita. Olivia Okino. Daniel C. Okoya. Isaac D. Ortiz. Stephen L. Ortiz Moxley. Addison A. Ozakio. Brandon Padilla. Colton Padilla. Gabriel S. Padilla. Connor B. Paget. Carissa H. Pata. Nicholas J. Parrish. Brian J. Peterson. Haley A. Pfeiffer. Tien Don P. Pham. Austin R. Phillips. Kayla M. Phillips. Ashley Pamahasi. Bobby Deanna Pearson. Christopher D. Pitts. Rudy B. Pohl. Shane E. Pulsifer. Isaac J. Quintana. Aaron C. Dinkle Raff.
Isaac R. Ramsey. Catherine E. Riddell. Estrella C. Reed. Jacob C. Reed. Ryan H. Reinhardt. Nancy V. Reyes. Samantha M. Reyes. Sadathina Reza. Gregory Richardson. Kayla Lee Vidito Ripley. Mark A. Roberts. Gabriela Alexi Rodriguez. Kelsey A. Rogers. Jude C. Romero. Miranda A. Romero. Faith P. Romo. Jacqueline L. Rose. Rachel M. Rose. Rochelle O. Ruiz. Noir Sagbar. Jacob M. Salas. Annette K. Salazar. Christopher A. Salinas. Jeffrey D. Sanchez. Josnell M. Sanchez. Joseph Sanchez. Rebecca J. Sanchez. Robert A. Sanchez. Makoyan Salganek. Chelsea Sandoval. Dana N. Sanjaneri. Carson R. Schneider. Madison N. Schroetlin. Tara Schumann. Jonathan D. Sells. Jeanette Marie Senna. Kane A. Cerna. Brittany P. Sherritt. Victoria P. Schupert.
Allison E. Sikorsky. Christina I. Silva. Jude A. Silva. Sarah E. Silva. Rochelle A. Sinowitz. Kelsey Shea Slingerland. Crystalline Sloan. Brianna M. Small. Aaron P. Smith. Andrew D. Suley. Chino Sumfanfakti. Joshua D. Spinello. Andrew R. Stallman. Melissa K. Stevens. Zachary C. Stuyvesant. Jeremiah J. Siddharth. Sarah E. Summers. Delana Laurie Tafoya. Jonathan S. Tafoya. Brianna L. Tapia. Catherine A. Tarin. Nicole C. Taylor. Victoria N. Tenorio. Megan A. Tercero. Tracy F. Thomas. Kayla D. Tillman, Kyle J. Toledo, Shaman T. Tom, Cassandra H. Toribio, Alexandria Torres, Alberto J. Torres, Sarai Tovar, Ashley M. Tribble, Caleb L. Trotter, Joseph D. Trujillo, Mariah L. Trujillo, Olivia M. Trujillo, Christopher R. Toole, Taylor E. Vio, Marley B. Valdez,
Antoinette Renee Valdez, Jillian N. Valdez, Zachary A. Valdez, Gabriela Valenzuela, Joshua Valley, Kyle S. Vandenberg, Jordan C. Van Every, Helen Alyssa Vaughn, Julian A. Vigil, Olivia Vizcaíno, Randall Buck Walden, John Wall, Jasmine Washington, Mitchell R. Waters, Sarah M. Wirtz, Katrina L. Wheaton, Kelsey M. Wilson, William Thomas Worm, Sheridan S. Young, Jennifer Zafra, Leah Zogany, Alfreda P. Zamora, Hen Zhang, Shane Martinez, Andre Beasley, Cecily Dosey, Jansen Oliver Harms.
Class of 2013, we did it. Turn your tassel from right to left.
Albuquerque Public Schools, support the potential.